Hey everybody! So I am making you guys a video to help you remember everything that I taught you on Thursday. I know that it's been 3 days and we may have forgotten, so I'm going to go over all three of the rules. Variable on top, variable on the bottom, and when X is inside the triangle, okay? So, you could ask me how, there's my daughter. You could ask how California is going. Well, it's raining. It's raining pretty terrible, so, but it's been okay. So here we go. All right, first one, variable in the numerator. So we know that we have to cross multiply. So remember I told you first thing you should do is identify your angle. You should circle it, highlight it, do something, because that's going to be your focal point of where you're looking from. So then if this is 41, we have to think to ourselves, okay, so I have to look for one of three things: opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse. So from 41 to X, we can tell that 41 is across from X. So anything that's across from, we call that opposite. The 16 is across from the right angle, or sometimes I say across from the box. So the 16 is our hypotenuse. And you can tell that it's the longest side. Remember, the longest side is always our hypotenuse. So we use this little acronym called SOHCAHTOA to help us remember which of the trig functions we're going to be using. Remember, S stands for sine, C is cosine, and T is tangent. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our picture. We decided that we were going to use O and H. The only one that uses O and H is SO. So SO uses sine. Okay. So because we're using sine, we are going to write this proportion. Sine of an angle equals opposite over hypotenuse. Now there's an imaginary 1 underneath here, and we don't really need to write it. So now we're going to replace each of these three things with the information from the picture. So A stands for angle. It does not stand for anything else on this side. So we have the sine of the angle, which is 41, equals opposite, which was X, over 16. Okay, so if you look at the rule of what to do, it says here that we need to cross multiply. Remember, there's an imaginary 1 here. So when we cross multiply, it's 1 times X, which is X. It's 16 times the sine of 41. And in your calculator, you're going to press 16. Excuse me. And then sine 41. You don't even need to put this multiplication in the middle because it's automatically going to multiply. Put it into my calculator. Don't use your iPhones for this. Use my calculators because it's easier to put in. And make sure that your calculators are in degree mode, because if they're not in degree mode, you are not going to be able to do this. Okay, so you'll do 16 times the sine of 41. And when you're done, your answer is 10.497. Now you know that I'm a stickler for rounding, but if you don't round, you have two answers. So you can either have 10.50, which is the actual answer. If you do 10.49, I'll accept it. I won't be happy about it, but I'll accept it. All right. So you can stop or rewind this video anytime you want.
No, just that.
And use that to help you with any time your variable is on top. Okay? And that's the end of this first video.